She vanished without a trace, and to this day, no one knows what really happened. Nobody. No goodbye. No answers. Just a quiet town and a night no one can forget. Even now, years later, people still lower their voices when they say her name, because what happened that night doesn't make sense. And maybe it was never meant to. Her name was Emily Carter, 19 years old. Bright, thoughtful, the kind of person who noticed small things, like when someone wasn't okay, even if they smiled. She lived in a small town called Raven Hollow, a place where everyone knew each other, where doors were rarely locked, and nothing truly bad was supposed to happen. Emily wasn't the type to cause trouble. She worked part-time at a bookstore near the town square. She loved quiet music, rainy evenings, and writing in a journal she carried everywhere. To most people, her life looked simple, but those closest to her knew there was something deeper. In the weeks before she disappeared, Emily changed. Not dramatically, not in a way that would alarm strangers, but enough. She became quieter, distracted, sometimes afraid. Her best friend later said, "It felt like she knew something, but didn't know how to say it." And that feeling would haunt everyone after she was gone. The night she disappeared was a Thursday. Nothing unusual at first. Emily finished her shift at the bookstore around 8:15 p.m. A coworker remembered her clearly, standing by the door, staring outside longer than usual. "Are you okay?" he asked. She hesitated, then smiled. "Yeah, just tired." But she didn't look tired. She looked uneasy. At 8:27 p.m., she sent a text to her friend. "I feel like something is off tonight." No explanation, no follow-up. That was the first sign. 8:40 p.m., the walk home. Emily didn't drive. She always walked home. It was a 15-minute walk through familiar streets, past the bakery, across the quiet park, and then down Maple Street. It was a route she had taken hundreds of times. Safe, predictable. That night, something changed. A neighbor later reported seeing her walking faster than usual. Not running, but not relaxed either, as if she was trying to get somewhere quickly or get away from something. 8:52 p.m., the phone call. Emily received a call. Unknown number. It lasted 11 seconds. No one knows what was said. But after that call, everything shifted. Because minutes later, something strange happened. 9 p.m., the last sighting. A street camera, old, slightly blurry, captured her. It would become the most important piece of evidence. Emily is seen walking, then suddenly stopping. She turns, not casually, not like someone who heard a noise, but sharply, suddenly, as if she recognized something or someone. Then she steps backward, just staring, long after she turned away, long after she stepped outside. And then, this is what made investigators pause. He didn't go back to work. He moved toward the window and kept watching her walk away. Long unused, quiet, isolated, easy to ignore. When the police searched it, they didn't find Emily, but they found signs of recent activity. Footprints, empty bottles, a broken light, and something else. Something small, but deeply unsettling. A piece of fabric, torn, caught on a nail near the back door. It matched the color of the jacket Emily was wearing that night. Now the case wasn't just about disappearance. It was about possibility, and every possibility felt worse than the last. Daniel was watching her. The evidence suggested obsession. The staring, the phone, his presence in her notes. Maybe Emily noticed. Maybe she started documenting him, and maybe he found out. But there was a problem. Daniel had an alibi. At 9:05 p.m., minutes after Emily vanished, he was seen at a gas station across town. Camera confirmed, time-stamped, clear. So if it was him, he wasn't alone. She discovered something bigger. The hidden folder changed everything. Emily wasn't just scared, she was investigating, watching people, tracking patterns. Something was happening in that town, something she didn't understand yet, and maybe she got too close. Multiple people involved. This one terrified investigators the most because it explained everything. The car seen in multiple places, the meeting note, the abandoned building, the missing time. This wasn't one person, it was a group, organized, careful, silent. Someone close to her knew more. Then came the most uncomfortable possibility. someone from the town council. At first, it didn't make sense until Marcus noticed something else: the meeting time. Every note Emily wrote pointed to one specific time after 9 p.m., the same time she disappeared. Marcus decided to rebuild the night, minute by minute. 8:52 p.m., the call. Emily receives the call, not random, a signal, a confirmation. 9:00 p.m., the stop. She sees something or someone, not a stranger, someone she recognizes. She steps back, not in confusion, but in fear. The missing 47 seconds. This is where everything changes. Marcus had a theory, not based on what was seen, but on what should have been. Emily wasn't taken instantly. She hesitated, which meant there was a moment, a conversation, a choice, and then something forced. The breakthrough came from an unlikely place: a retired technician, someone who used to maintain the town's old systems. Marcus tracked him down and asked one simple question: could someone delete footage without leaving a trace? The answer came quickly: not someone, more than one. It required access credentials, system override, manual confirmation, at least 2 people working together. And suddenly, the theory of a group wasn't just speculation, it was necessary.
Marcus returned to the abandoned building, alone, at night. This time, he didn't search for evidence. He waited. And just after 9 p.m., something happened. A car, then another, then silence. People arrived, quietly, one by one. The same place Emily had written about. Marcus stayed hidden, listening, watching. And in that moment, the truth became clear. This wasn't random. This wasn't sudden. It had been happening for a long time. Emily had seen them, not once, but multiple times. She didn't understand it at first, so she started documenting, writing, watching, getting closer, too close. And on that night, they realized the call wasn't to lure her, it was to confirm something that she knew. Marcus never officially reported what he saw, because what he witnessed wasn't something the town was ready to face. Too many people involved, too many connections, too much to lose. And then something strange happened. The case was taken from him. No explanation, no warning, just like that. There is no official answer. There never will be. But the closest thing to the truth is this: Emily discovered a group, a hidden network within the town. What they were doing, no one knows for certain, but they were careful, organized, protected. And when Emily got too close, they made a decision, not in panic, but in silence. The missing footage, the abandoned building, the coordinated actions, it all points to one thing. She didn't just disappear, she was erased. Today, Raven Hollow looks the same. Quiet streets, familiar faces, nothing unusual. But some people never left. Some